All right. Well, this came to my attention. Remember that T-Scrat that
T-Scrotum.
Facebook game wheel raffle
Bullshit.
thing
Yes.
that happened? And we said how, it's basically gambling over state lines. It could be considered wire fraud.
You're breaking local raffle laws, most likely, not to mention interstate raffle laws.
It's really what comes in interstate. Once you
Yes.
cross state lines, gambling is totally illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Once you cross state lines. So someone alerted me to the fact that there's been another scam that happened, and it was alerted and talked about on a YouTube post. Gamer Geek Nation, not a small channel. He's got 12,000 subscribers. His name is DVR, I guess. That's his name. So the group he's talking about, where I guess a lot of these take place, is called Gamers United, Retro and New Generation Game Wheel Wolves Den. Wolves Den.
Really? That's what they've called it? Wow, that's a great name to attach to something that already sounds shady as fuck.
So, in this video, DVR, that's his gentleman's name. I'm assuming he's a video game collector. He's talking about, I guess there's, these groups don't just have one game, it sounds like they have multiple ones, I guess, at some point. So he did one called the Mega Omega, which I don't even know how this, I mean, I kind of know how it works, where there's slots, raffle slots, you PayPal, you send them evidence, hey, I bought like 3 slots for whatever, $20 each, and then you do a randomizer and pick out the order of the people that submitted, and then here's the winners. This person won this, and then I guess in this case, like, there was 6 games in this raffle, and then the order went, the first person who got picked theirs, and you select like a draft. So the games featured here, all heavy hitters: Little Samson, DuckTales 2, Bubble Bobble 2, Bonk's Adventure, Flintstones Dinosaur Peak, Panic Restaurant, and Mighty Final Fight. So all these games are like, what, 200 or more? You're going with a lot. So you have people that want to get these games. Maybe they can't afford to spend the $800 on a Little Samson or the $800 on a Flintstones Dinosaur Peak, but $1 in a dream. Or in this case, probably a lot more than $1, 10, 20. So DVR here talks about the fact that everyone sent the money, they spat out the winners, and he, I think, was the second place winner, so he chose Little Samson. Oh, by the way, the way they try to get around this is that you're not purchasing a raffle.
You're buying a picture.
You're buying a cheat code, 180 cheat codes at $20 each, and those cheat codes just happen to help you act as a raffle ticket on the side.
Well, it was like the previous one where you weren't paying to be in the raffle. You were literally you were buying a JPEG.
Yeah.
And you might get a chance to win something on the side as a consolation for buying this beautiful picture.
Because that'll hold up in a court.
Yeah.
So this gentleman DVR won this. There's his virtual dice roll. I'm not gonna get into it, but he won this. Little Samson. Oh, he was number 1, whatever. And of course, all of a sudden, the individual running this particular raffle, PayPal account gets locked up. So all of a sudden, hey, I don't have the funds to send you any games. He may not even have the games. He probably didn't. It's a scam. So, should you be pissed if this happened to you? Yeah, you should be pissed, but you shouldn't be surprised.
Right, this is the equivalent of playing back alley dice.
This is the equivalent of shooting craps on the street, and someone comes up and mugs the game with a gun and says, "Give me your money." And it's like, well, you're pissed about it, but are you really shocked it happened?
Right.
Because it's not regulated. And that's what this comes back to. We can argue back and forth about whether you think it's legal to hold raffles because churches get away with it or charities do it. You can argue that, hey, it really is legit because you're not really buying a raffle ticket. You're buying a JPEG, blah, 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 blah. You want to argue that? That's fine. But you can't argue that this fucking shit is regulated.
Right.
Because it's not. And that's always the differentiator between gambling that I'm okay with and gambling that's not. Because if it's not regulated, you're going to get fucked. You can get scammed easily, and here it happens.
Right.
And it happened before with we're raffling for an NWC card that someone's nonplussed about opening out of the box. It's like people are greedy. People will want to take advantage of you. especially in the collecting community where people want to get ahead by, if they were using it as, well, I want to get Little Samson, I want to get Flintstones Dinosaur Peak, they're going to prey upon you.
Yes.
Because then it becomes, it's not just money, it's this whole system of prestige, and I want to build myself up. So they're preying upon your inherent collecting nature and the fact that you want to sort of do your best to get all those games. So it's like this perfect storm of being able to scam people at that point. And that's what bothers me about it.
Yeah.
But will it stop it? No. It'll still happen. People will still do this. They'll either, because for most people, some people say, "Oh yeah, well for me, I got the games," and sure you did, but other people are getting fucked because it's not regulated, and I just can't. I'm not down with it. I'm just not.
No, and testimonial means nothing. I mean, in anything, whether it's science or what. I mean, testimonial means nothing. Oh, it worked for me, yeah. But at any point in time, that's called building trust. You run 3 game wheels that are legit, and then you scam on the 4th one and run off with the cash. So I don't know. To me, it's yeah. You have to play. It sucks, but you're really playing this at your own risk.
If you want to say, well, I'm doing with people I know, then you're risking a lot less. You're only risking your friend fucking you over versus a perfect stranger in cases like this.
Correct.
You want to do that, it's fine. It's like holding your own poker game at your house. If you know everyone's coming over, you know everyone's not going to fuck over the person next to you.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always that one shady person that gets invited by someone else. That maybe you're like, okay, this is kind of shady. This person is, but overall, then you're safer. But again, it's just another warning that be very, very careful when you're doing this stuff, and not because of the legality. Obviously, you're not going to get, if the FBI or anyone else ever came after you, they're not going to come after the people that place the bets for me. They're going to come after the people that are running them and getting tens of thousands of dollars. Those are the people that are going to come back right after. First for back taxes, but then second they'll come after them for either wire fraud of some sort or interstate gambling or something like that. So just a word of warning. You want to do it, that's fine, but don't be surprised if you get fucked.